Well, hi, it's Leslie with more of your February 4-card class. So this is the one that I designed to be a sympathy card, but you are certainly welcome to change that up if you don't care to make a sympathy card. I chose the With Deepest Sympathy from the Peaceful Moments stamp set, which was part of the Poppies things from last spring's catalog. All right. And I'm going to choose Mossy Meadow. Now I could have chosen basic Memento Black. I wanted it a nice dark color. I wanted it somber and elegant, but I didn't want black. So sometimes I'll choose a nice dark color from the neutrals. I'm really happy that they put Night of Navy and Mossy Meadow in that neutrals group. All right, so we're going to tuck those over there so you have a Bumblebee base, okay, scored for you. So we'll give that a good crease, right, like that. Then you have a piece of old olive that has the Tasteful Textile. That's what I use, the Tasteful Textile embossing folder for that. So that can go on. Right on the front, because the twine that you have is going to be used a little bit differently. You're going to go, whoa, Leslie, you never use that much twine and hide it in the back. You would be right. All right, so let's put that on there. Let's do a little stamping. So this Dragonfly was punched from the copper foil sheets. And you can use it or you don't have to. It's kind of up to you. All right. I used one of the lovely label or Label Me Lovely or something like that punch, and I punched it right out of there because we're going to cover that up. Right. So we'll just throw some adhesive on here and put that here. Now you're saying, but Leslie, how are we going to, those punches are the same size. And I'm going to say, well, yes, they are the same size. We're not going to do anything with those yet. They are the same size. You are 100% correct. But stay tuned. You'll see it's going to work out just fine. All right, so I think we want to go this way. I'm going to choose to hold mine this way with the flat on the ends and this being the top and the bottom. You, of course, can change it up if you like it better this way. That's okay too. All right, I'm going to go this way. All right, now I need to be a little bit careful because I've got a little bit of an edge, which tells me I really should, the next time I take this off the block, I really should trim that a little bit more, because that happens a lot. I catch that edge, so you should probably take that off of there. All right, so we'll get that in there. Come off. There. Oh, that came out nice. Then I'm going to grab my little sponge dauber and just catch those edges like that. I just want a little tiny bit. I'm just barely flicking those edges because I don't want to rock it in too far this way and have too much of a halo. Sometimes I like that look, but this time was not one of those. I wanted just a little, just around the edge. A couple of places I want just a tiny touch more, but not a lot more. Okay, that's good. All right, so now we are ready to figure out how to make this work. So what you're going to do is you're going to sort of eyeball the middle. I mean, if you really want to get fussy and measure, go right ahead. That, totally not my style. and we're just going to cut that right down the middle like that. Okay, then we're going to take our adhesive and put some up along the top here, and you're going to just line those sides up, okay, so that they're even, and then you're just going to have that top, and then you're going to do the same thing down here at the bottom, right, like this, and that gives you just enough of a border, and nobody has to know that it's not really that size. And there is just a smidge here that I am not super happy about. There's just a little corner. It almost doesn't show, but it kind of did. Like, really, it wasn't much. Okay. So now we can put dimensionals on this. Okay. And put a couple here. There. Then we're going to, but before we take those backs off and decide where that's going, we're going to use this. So I held it off to one side like that with enough to kind of tie a knot or a bow, whichever you prefer. I'm not dead center in the middle. I'm about 2/3 of the way down, and I'm just going to wrap it. Okay, I'm going to take that Mossy Meadow braided twine and just wrap it around there. Now, if you want to tie a bow, you certainly could. Let's see if I tried to make sure I would leave you enough if you wanted a bow that you could have a bow. All right. And you can just do that. Or, I'm not sure I like that. It's too floppy. So what I'm going to do is go under this one and finish my knot this way so that those are together. Like that. Okay. I'm going to snip a little off, and then the fun part of this braided trim is you can fluff out the ends. All right. So see, I really should have given you enough. Then you can take these ends and fray them a little bit, and if you want to have that sort of fluffy look, which I usually like. All right, and then we can do this end too, like that. Okay. Then we can put this here. Now you can put it, I'm going to put it not quite centered because I want my dragonfly up here, and that's going to give it room. If I centered this, my dragonfly's fallen off the edge of the card and won't fit in my envelope. So I'm going to intentionally not center this, all right, and have my dragonfly up there. Then I still have room for my greeting over here. Okay, so let's take those dimensional backs off. And like that. Yep, I like that a lot. Then we'll add this. And I do sometimes put a little bit of adhesive right there along that twine, so it'll make sure and hold. Okay, I'm going to see if we can get just a little bit more. Come on, Tara. All right, so we're going to put this over here. Then I'm going to leave it up to you. I think I'm going to choose to put my dragonfly flat. but you could choose to put it up on dimensionals. I think he's going to look good just as he is. And I'm not going to take my adhesive all the way out to the tips of the wings, because you might want to just curl them ever so slightly. Now, if you're mailing this card, it's not going to help a whole lot. Oops, I kind of creased that one. I didn't mean to do that. That's all right. There. Okay. So you can kind of curl those wings just a little. Okay. With the edge of your bone folder or something. There we go. That's the third one that I've done. So that means I have one more to show you.